We're minutes away from history. On the screens right now is the countdown to 100 crore vaccination doses, 1 billion doses, and you've got just about 12,000. It's moving fast, which means that in the next few minutes, you're going to be seeing India hit that huge landmark, that world record almost, of 100 crore vaccinations. We'll be the second country in the world to do so, and this is going to be a remarkable feat. Under 10,000 now for us to hit the 1 billion vaccine dose mark. So we're counting down here on India today, and you're going to be seeing celebrations across, while each one of us has reason to celebrate this moment because we've contributed to that number. It's the healthcare workers who deserve the maximum praise. It's our healthcare heroes who we'll be focusing on here on India Today. Less than 5,000, I think in just about a few seconds we'll reach that 5,000 mark. And then, of course, you will see that number going forward. Today, right now, the vaccination pace is going strong. As you can see there in those numbers, it's gone under 4,000 now. So just a few seconds to go, really, when we're going to see 1 billion vaccine doses. That landmark being hit within 9 months of the vaccination drive kicking off in the country. This is a moment we really need to celebrate. 2,000 doses there to go, and we will be hitting the 100 crore vaccination mark. The government also will be coming together with a series of celebrations. It's coming down now. It's coming down further, which means that now, yes, it's a 3-figure mark that we need to cross. So under 100. All right, any moment now, and there you have it. Right now, 100 crore vaccination doses, 1 billion doses in the country has been administered. Huge, huge moment for India. 21st October, a date we will remember in our vaccination journey, in our fight against coronavirus. India has counted down, and we've now achieved 1 billion vaccine doses. Unimaginable record has been smashed now by the country. Each one of us has reason to celebrate today. Each one of us has contributed to this by going out there, getting the vaccine and ensuring that we take a step ahead in the fight against COVID. But the real celebration and the people we need to thank is, in fact, not just our authorities and the fact that they worked vehemently for this moment, but our healthcare heroes who overcame so many challenges to ensure this moment, to ensure that big number on your screen of 1 billion doses, of 100 crore vaccination doses being administered. In 9 months, we've achieved this. There were so many naysayers who said this is not going to happen. So many naysayers who said that, India's vaccination policy simply doesn't have everything in place to ensure we can achieve this. And look what we've done now. Like I said, each one of us has reason to celebrate. Each one of us has contributed to this. And on your screens right now, you have Prime Minister Narendra Modi there at the RML Hospital along with Health Minister Mansukh Mandaviya. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is there to also celebrate with the nation, to lead the nation in not just celebrating, but also honoring and hailing our healthcare workers. At the RML Hospital, he's going to be interacting with these healthcare heroes who've really achieved what many believed to be impossible, who claimed that, this would be the most difficult task yet. And it is because of our healthcare workers, the kind of time and effort that they've put in, that we've reached this stage. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, accompanied there by Health Minister Mansukh Mandaviya, making his way inside the RML Hospital. He is going to be interacting with a lot of the frontline workers, healthcare workers, who've done everything they could to help our country tide over the COVID crisis, to help the country reach this stage of 100 crore vaccine doses. This is a landmark that we must remember all the time. October 21st, a day we will remember as one of the highs, really, in fighting coronavirus. And as we all come together to celebrate, I'm going to continue getting you the latest live shots of Prime Minister Narendra Modi at RML Hospital. This was from a few months ago, on April 8th, when in fact the Prime Minister had gone early in the morning to get his jab and thereby send out a message that, we will continue to ensure that we defeat vaccine hesitancy. We will ensure that we have a robust vaccine policy in place as well. On your screens right now is that very, very symbolic number of 100 crore, 1 billion being marked and counting. It's going above it. So let's hope that we end the day on a further high of not just 1 billion doses, but a lot more than that. And the fact that you've got people coming out today, getting their jab, getting vaccinated, knowing full well that they're a part of this historic moment itself tells you how far we've come in the vaccine journey, from initial hiccups in, supply shortages and whatnot, to also vaccine hesitancy. All of that has been addressed. And even in the remotest areas, you've had healthcare workers reaching there, come what may, whatever natural challenges they've overcome, to ensure that every single citizen has the opportunity to get vaccinated. If you've been vaccinated, double dose or single dose, you're a part of this figure, you're a part of this number that you see on your screens. If you haven't gotten vaccinated, what are you waiting for? Look at this number, look at this figure. This serves as a clear inspiration for all those of you who haven't gotten jabbed yet. But this is a symbolic moment in the fight against COVID, a moment that we all need to take a step back and reflect upon all that we've gone through as a nation in the fight against this deadly virus. And while we all, of course, saw moments when we thought that the vaccination drive isn't going as planned, isn't going how we need to in a nation that has such a large population, look at how it's all come together, that today we're talking about 1 million vaccine doses having been administered across the country. Yes, we still have a long way to go, because if you look at the figures, somewhere about 30% of the population has got both doses of the vaccine. That will improve in the coming days and coming months. And these numbers on your screens is proof of that, is evidence of the fact that you're going to be seeing a further improvement really in how our vaccine journey progresses. But this day, October 21st, is something we will remember as the day that India entered the 1 billion vaccine dose club. And it's a very, very exclusive, very, very limited club in which India is a part of. And for that, we need to hail our healthcare heroes for not just all that they did in saving so many lives amid the pandemic. Their work, their ordeal didn't end there, because once you had the vaccination drive starting, they again had to step in there, lead from the front, and ensure that every citizen had access to a vaccine. Also to vaccine developers, to our scientists who worked tirelessly to ensure that India has adequate supply of vaccines, and who ensured that we led the world. In a sense, the world looked at us, at how we were developing vaccines. That is something that also we need to salute today. So it's a moment to really reflect on the entire vaccine journey, and also a moment to reflect on what lies ahead of us. We simply cannot afford to let our guard down right now, even as you see that the vaccination drive finally seems to be going as scheduled, as track. Milind Sharma is joining us with more on this. Milind, you've been tracking the entire journey of the vaccination drive from day one, from 9 months ago. And today we're talking about 1 billion doses. It's been a long journey. Look, it's been an arduous journey, but one that, if you reflect upon, seems to be going on track finally now.
So definitely, Akshita. In fact, that is why the Prime Minister today has taken out time to salute the healthcare workers and the frontline workers that have been on the front of the vaccination drive. And remember that on India Today, we had been told by sources that definitely this is the moment that the Prime Minister will look to thank the healthcare workers for a mammoth vaccination 1 billion target that India has been able to achieve at this point. So he's at the RML hospital in the national capital, and he will be, as we are being told, interact with a few healthcare workers, because they truly deserve the salute that the country has achieved this target for. Also not forgetting that vaccines were made available in the time when we saw vaccine shortage as well. And now with India becoming a vaccine surplus nation, it's not just the 1 billion target, but India has also started the Vaccine Maitri initiative. So the vaccines are being given to other countries as well from us. And especially when we talk about the vaccine makers as well, the Serum Institute of India's Covishield, India's own made Bharat Biotech vaccine, as well as Sputnik, they've also been big contributors to India's massive vaccination drive, to India's vaccination progress. And that also goes to see how India will move forward from here. Akshita, the next big target is going to be vaccinating all eligible population before December, before the end of this year. That is the next big target in India, already having achieved 1 billion vaccinations. It's going to push for an aggressive campaign that we're told by the Health Ministry sources for those people who have not taken their second dose yet. Because remember, one dose gives you enough protection, but the second dose is essentially going to act like a booster to help protect against COVID-19, to help bring normalcy back into the lives of people, to help revive the economy, to help revive jobs and travel and a lot of other things that India needs at this point of time. And it's a huge achievement in itself. In a record time, India has gone ahead and done 1 billion vaccinations within the country. And definitely in remotest of areas, there are states that have performed really well as well in ensuring that healthcare workers, frontline workers, as well as the eligible vulnerable population above 60 is vaccinated in time, and also looking at the above 18 years vaccination. One very important milestone for India is also that we're looking at children's vaccine as well, because now they are the vulnerable population that has to be the next target for the government. So working on track and looking at providing vaccines to the remotest corners of the country. And this is something that has been achieved by the grit and determination of the healthcare workers across India that came together in the time of crisis. As we see, Akshita, where the Prime Minister has time and again in his addresses thanked not just the doctors, but the nurses, the medical staff, the ASHA workers, the A&M workers that have toiled when we were locked up inside our homes in a lockdown. They were the ones who were out there working round the clock in hospitals, ensuring that people's lives are saved. And this happens to be a great achievement, and an ode to that, Akshita.
Absolutely. And we'll continue getting all the latest updates that are coming in from the RML hospital, where the Prime Minister currently is. He's going to be interacting with healthcare workers, but there are going to be celebrations, moments to mark this day across the country. I want to take this across to our reporters across India to tell you what really the plans are. Nolan Pinto is joining us live from Bengaluru. We have Prema Raja Ram joining us from Kolkata. Nolan, to you first. Good morning. A historic day for all of us. Tell us really what are the plans in Karnataka, because in every state we're being told that the administration, the government is planning big bang celebrations to mark this day.
Well, in fact, it is actually a very big day when many people actually believe that this was not possible. The government, the union government, as well as the state governments have worked together in order to do this. Now, in Karnataka also, the Chief Minister, when B.S. Yadurappa was the Chief Minister, and now as well with Bommai, they have stated that by the end of December, all the adult population of Karnataka will be vaccinated, at least with a single dose. So as of now, in Karnataka today, 6 crore odd people have received their vaccination. 4 crores have actually got the single dose, and 2 crore odd people have received both the doses. So in Karnataka, work is on, lot of campaigns going on to make sure and tell people that the vaccine is important, it can save your life, and people are actually coming out.